Hi beauties! Today I'm going to show you two different tips. One is how to create a subtle smoky look with the most surprising combination ever for your eyeshadow, and then I'm going to show you how to use my new mascara tube to give you the most beautiful lashes ever. So this is going to be a little quicker tutorial. I probably won't chat as much because there's a massive hurricane bearing down on my state and I have lots to do. So it's my first hurricane actually since I've had my toddler, so I'm a little nervous. And then actually it's the first hurricane I really remember being huge coming towards Florida that would actually impact me because I don't live on the coast. I live a little bit more inland. And the last time we had a storm like this was Hurricane Andrew, and it came from the same spot off the tip of Africa. And I'm old enough, just old enough to remember that Hurricane Andrew was huge and made a huge impact, but not quite old enough to remember like exact details, but I definitely remember it. And it was a smaller storm than Irma. So, which by the way I read means war goddess, so I think it's interesting they named it Irma because it's definitely a war goddess. So this is going to be a little shorter tutorial, and if you pray, please pray for Florida because we may disappear. So okay, let's get started. So I'm going to show you a quick smoky look. I have this eye, a gentle smoky look I should say. I have this eye already done. So I'm going to start with Peach Silk, and I'm going to use my base eyeshadow brush, and I tap a little into the lid so that way I can get to the shadow easier. And I'm going to pat on my lid. And I'm going to swipe a little bit here and then into the inner corner and underneath. Create a more finished look. If you saw my Facebook Live, you'll see I had this eyeshadow come on the Facebook Live video, and it looks gorgeous in normal lighting. This is a little bit extra bright so you can see what I'm doing. So now you need your crease brush, and you're going to get some Devotion, which is purple, and you're going to put it into your outer third. Your outer third is basically your iris out. Okay, the end of your iris, the outside of your iris, I should say, and then out. I always think my shadow looks better when I'm doing it through the video. I'm going to go a little bit under to the same spot. Keep your finishing brush handy. It'll just swipe away if you have any extras. Okay, so now you're going to clean off. No, you're not. You don't have to clean off your base eyeshadow brush since they're related colors. If they're not related colors, you want to wipe them off a little bit. But you're going to go back to your base eyeshadow brush, and you're going to get Tangerine Bliss on your brush, and you're going to put that in your crease, which in order to get to my crease, I raise my eyebrows and then paint the, what's that called? Your brow bone. Okay, so I feel like it needs a little more. I put more on for tutorials than I do in real life, just because you have to be able to see what I'm doing, and you know when you take pictures you have to always wear extra makeup. So now after that you go back through and touch up anything you feel like needs to be touched up. Okay, and then if you need to blend anything, clean off your base shadow brush. And then kind of pat where it needs to blend. And there you go. There's your eyeshadow. And now let me show you how to use my new mascara tube. I'm super excited. I finally found full-size ones. Here's my new logo. And I am now able, I was able to order, can you see? How do I get it to, I don't know. It doesn't focus, but now I have a teeny tiny label at the end that you can read the color on. So I'm using Midnight, which is navy. It's turned out to be my favorite mascara color. I thought my purple black one was going to be, but it's not. The navy mascara, the blue makes the whites of your eyes look whiter, so you look less tired, and have less red eyes. So I love this color. So what you're going to do is you're going to open like normal, and then before you pull it out, you're going to kind of scrape it in a circle like that, because there is no plug inside this tube. If you've used the smaller ones, you know that there's not much mascara on the brush. And I figured out it's because the plug inside scrapes the mascara off. And my consistency is so thick that it's staying inside the tube and not much is on the brush. So I don't put a plug in, and then therefore you have gorgeous mascara. So what you're going to do is you're going to take and press in on your eyelashes, and you want the lashes to go towards your nose. I forgot to pick up my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. So you want to go towards your nose. This forces your lashes to press against the mascara brush, so they'll get more mascara on your lashes. And then you do the same thing, oops, sorry. To the bottom lashes. And then of course you let dry. I poked my contact. So you let it dry. So you can already tell one coat is a lot more than what it used to be. It's because there's more mascara on the brush. Yay! Okay, so when you're done with your tube, you just put it right back in and screw it on. Okay, that's it. Of course, you do more coats. So I'm going to, stop the video and then splice it together and all that kind of stuff to let it dry in between, because I have everything else on. So it'll be a quicker tutorial for you too. Let's see, what else do I have on? I have Alabaster Foundation, Perfectly Flawless finishing powder, and then Pinched Blush, and Labyrinthine Victory lipstick, and everything else. And I have a story behind Labyrinthine lipstick. I guess I can tell you why I'm waiting for this to dry. I have been learning a lot about my personality. I don't know if you know your personality, your MBTI personality, but I know mine, and I am 1% of the population. So I'm very unusual, very rare. I'm called the unicorn personality, and that's an INFJ, and I'm a confusing and conflicting personality. And I have been learning about myself and learning why I do certain things and learning about my quirks, and it's kind of neat to know that I'm not crazy, and a relief to know I'm not crazy. But because it is challenging, I have created some lipsticks to help me be the best woman I am, most beautiful woman I am. So this particular color, Labyrinthine Victory, a labyrinth is a dark maze that you need to conquer. So my personality is a dark maze that I need to conquer. So this one's called Labyrinthine Victory, and when I wear it, it reminds me that I don't have to be controlled by my quirks. I can control them. So with the strength of Christ. So I just wanted to tell that to you, because it may speak to you that you may be in a dark period in your life right now, dark stage in your life, dark period in your life, in your marriage and whatever. And with Christ, it can be conquered. So you can conquer the dark maze. So Labyrinthine Victory, that's its story. So I guess I can go ahead. It should be dry now. I don't know. I usually do my foundation first and then my eyes. So that way I can do like my eyebrows and blush and lipstick between mascara coats. So I end up done. I was going to do Be Your Most Beautiful You challenge starting this week, but considering that the whole state of Florida is under, what do you call it, an emergency, I'm not going to do that, because I may not be able to get online, because I was going to start a Facebook group where we could encourage each other, and it would be a private one. So I'm just going to wait to start that for next week, because I think that would just be wisest. I don't think that I'm going to be doing anything with trying to look most beautiful when there's a hurricane bearing down. So yeah, so I will stop the tutorial now and then splice it together to show you what I do next. So I've just put a second coat on. My third coat is going to go towards the tips of my lashes, and if I'm feeling fancy, I do a fourth coat. But I just have very thin, sparse lashes, even though they're really long. So I will see you in a second. Okay, so I'm back. I'm gonna do the same thing. I scrape it kind of like you know when you do nail polish. If you feel like there's any kind of bigger globs on your brush, just kind of scrape it on the side there. Not a big deal. So so I can see. I always forget I can use. So now I'm going to the tips of my lashes and pressing it. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. Okay, so see how long my lashes actually are. And this is my favorite eye. I guess it's because the angle which I do that mascara, my lashes really stand out. You can see my base lashes too. Just for fun. Add a little bit extra there. If you feel like your mascara is thin, use the tip and it'll apply more mascara to your lashes. Okay, so I'm going to come back for a fourth coat just for kicks and giggles. So close your mascara tube, of course, and then one more coat so you can see what it looks like. See you in a second. Okay, so one more. So you can see, these are my lashes. And I'm going to do one more coat just to lengthen them just a tad bit more. So you, like I said already, kind of scrape along the sides. It doesn't take long to do that, especially since non-toxic mascara is like, you know, so much better for you than conventional mascara, and it rips off your eyelashes and everything because it's so brittle and nasty. My lashes have never been so long. I am not using any kind of growth serum or anything. These are my natural lashes. And the ingredients in my mascara just encourage them to grow because they're being nourished and moisturized. Okay, so there's that last coat.